Good morning, guys. Starting off a little bit late this morning. We just got here a little bit ago. We left the house like at 6:02. And I started off with a prayer in the car. We had a prayer. My son was saying a prayer on the way over here, but I ended up saying a prayer before I started the live instead of having to do it in the live. So, good morning, guys. We're here. The kids got here to seminary safely. There wasn't a lot of cars out in the parking lot, but people are starting to get here. So I guess people are running a little bit late this morning. I just saw one kid get down right now. One of the youth get down. And I just saw like 3 cars show up. So people are running late this morning. So it was my 2 kids that just got down. And then one that I just saw. And then another young lady. So that's 4. And then here comes another person. So hold on. That's 5. And then I don't know. They haven't gotten down yet. Sometimes a car comes down and three of the young men come down, but right now there's 5 that I can count. But then again, my kids got here a little bit late, so I don't know if anybody showed up earlier than they did. But so far, I've seen 5 kids. Okay, guys. I guess I'll go ahead and start. I don't even know where I'm going to start, but I do know that I need to put on something like a little bit of color. So I'm going to turn on the light. I have a bunch of lights going on here. Let me see if I turn this one off. Does it do anything? I guess a little bit of light there. I'm going to add a little bit of color. Not too much. No foundation, that's for sure. I don't want to wear any foundation right now. My face feels pretty clean. I ended up taking out my mascara, the other one. And I brought the waterproof one, but I really don't want to put it on because it's hard to take off. Don't really want to. I was going crazy this morning trying to look for my necklace. I love this necklace. And I couldn't find it. And I was like, oh, please, dear Lord, let me find my necklace. So anyway, I ended up finding it in my purse at the very, very bottom. So I'm glad I didn't lose it. I was going everywhere in my jewelry stuff trying to figure out where I had left it. And I just couldn't find it. But I'm glad it was in my purse. I knew I had it in my purse, but for some reason, I was looking in my jewelry stuff. Yesterday, guys, I was tossing and turning. I went to bed at 7. I know it's crazy. I went to bed at 7. My husband was already wanting to go to bed, and we were watching a movie, and I just was so tired, and I had already taken my pills, and I fell asleep on the couch. And my husband was going to get up and he was going to go to the bedroom already. So I was going to go with him to the bedroom because I didn't want to just be asleep on the couch. And I went to sleep for, I want to say about an hour or an hour and a half. Woke up like at 9 something. My husband had gotten up again. He was trying to fix the fan and he was making a bunch of noise, so I couldn't go back to sleep, and I didn't want to say anything to him, so I let him fix the fan, because then I was able to breathe better. He fixed it, he cleaned it, and because it was making a noise, and so he fixed it. Then he came to bed. The kids were like, it's like when I had gone to bed, it was like I said, it was like I fell asleep on the couch at 7 something. Went to bed like at 8 something in the room. And then my kids were like, it's barely 8 o'clock because my husband was asking them to pick up, like to turn in their electronics. And they were complaining because they're like, it's 8 something. My daughter was like, it's barely 8 something. And I don't know. I was too tired that I was like, whatever, dude. Like, he needs to worry about picking up the electronics. So I always have to be the one doing it. So then I went to bed. I fell asleep for a while. He stayed awake because he was trying to fix the fan. He finally came to bed like at 9 something. And I was like, he's like, I thought you were asleep. I'm like, I was, but you were making a bunch of noise and I didn't want to tell you anything. And he's like, oh, sorry, babe, but I was trying to clean it. I'm like, oh, that's fine. And so, where's my blush? Sorry, I'm making all this. You know what? I'll just do it with the powder today. I was going to do it with the cream, but I just can't find it in my purse. I don't want to keep searching. So I'm going to use this one. This is Gleeful from MAC. Anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, the kids turned in their electronics like at 9, 10 something. So I guess they were tired too. And we went to bed. And I kept tossing and turning because I couldn't go back to sleep. I got on the fam chat for a little while with my family, I think. Or if not, I was just on YouTube and Facebook. And then, I hope I don't look crazy, guys, when I get out, because I can barely see this color. But it is a really pigmented color, so hopefully it's not too crazy. You guys probably can't see a lot of it, which is why I apply more. And then I go home and I'm like, what happened? I added too much. So I'm just going to try to concentrate it here. If it's too much here, pues ni modo. Okay, whatever. And then, what else was I going to say? Yeah, I was tossing and turning. My legs were hurting so bad. And I was like, oh, why do they hurt? They said magnesium was going to help. And I had taken the calm pills, the magnesium pills. And then I finally started falling asleep like close to 11 o'clock, which is normally what our routine was before seminary. We'd go to sleep like at 11:30 and I was really drained and I would just knock out. So I'm still struggling with the sleep pattern, but I do feel refreshed this morning. I feel pretty calm, which is good. But I had a lot of leg pain. I didn't want to take any Tylenol. So I just kind of pushed through. I told my husband to rub my back because he was struggling to go to sleep too. And so he was like rubbing my back, which kind of calmed me down. Anyway, I ended up knocking out. And I woke up this morning like at 4 something, like 4:45, almost 5 o'clock. So yeah, then I was awake trying to talk on fam chat a little bit and watching a little bit of Facebook, but I got a little bit like, it's too much stuff or whatever. So I just got off, looked at YouTube, see if there was anything like just kind of like skimmed through, and I just didn't care for it. So I just got off of it. But anyway, I wanted to tell you about yesterday. So yesterday, what did we do yesterday? We really didn't do like a ton of things, but I worked on our budget. I ended up, the kids did their homeschooling. We did take a nap right after seminary, so that takes a big chunk out of our day because we go home and sleep because I don't know, I just need to catch up on my sleep, and so does my daughter. So we lose a big chunk of the day sleeping, trying to catch up on our sleep. So then our day is kind of off. But anyway, the kids got their homeschool done. I stayed with my daughter. When my son was done with school, my husband and him went to the store. My husband had to like pick up some insulin and pick up some stuff at the store, and I didn't want to go because I was like, I don't want to just go just for that. I hate going, honestly, guys, like I hate going to the store to grocery shop. I hate it, and he knows I hate it. And so, like, if we're just going to go for like one thing or whatever, like, I'm not going to go. What happened to my magnified mirror? Like, I just feel off. What's going on? I had my magnified mirror here with me right now. Hold on, guys. There, I found it. I found my lipstick yesterday in my old bag. My old purse. This is from Urban Decay. It's quite old, but I just use it mostly like a lip liner. Like if it was a lip liner. I know it's a little bit dark, but I like it. Kind of like, I feel like it kind of gives me like a 90s look. And so, yeah. And then I didn't know that I had like a second lipstick of Dulce Caramelo. But I found this one that says Naturally Chic. And so, it's pretty. I hadn't seen it because it was in my old bag. So I'm glad I found it. I'm wearing this like really pretty burgundy color today. I'm just pulling out all my long sleeves already. It's nice weather outside. So anyway, yeah, going back to what we were talking about. So I ended up staying with my daughter, my husband, and my son went to the store because my son wanted to go and walk and stuff. I don't know if my husband took him anywhere else, but I know they did go to Junior's and get a little bit of meat because we wanted some meat. They got some wings. We ended up making, my husband made some wings. And my daughter and I, she's like, Mom, I'm glad that we get to stay home together and we get to have some girl time. And I was like, okay. She's like, I was going to ask you if you could do something for me. I'm like, what? And so then she's like, I want you to fix my vest. And so she brought a vest that we thrifted. We ended up finding at the Texas thrift store in McAllen. And I was like, Princess, I don't want to ruin it. Like, I don't want to ruin it. Just leave it alone. She's like, no, like, I want it to be a little bit tighter. It's a little bit too big. I'm like, well, Princess, it is going to be a little bit big on you, but it's better for you to have a little bit of room than for it to be too tight. She's like, no, Mom, I want to look snatched. And so I was like, Princess, I don't want to ruin it. I don't have that kind of experience to like cut up a vest and fix it. And so anyway, so she goes and she gets her old vest, and that is, well, it's not old, but it's like from a cosplay. And I didn't want to touch that one, but that one's like way too big on her because she's lost so much weight. And so she's like, it doesn't matter. Just if you want to just do it. I'm like, okay, look, I'll do it to this material, but I'm not going to do it to that other material because that other material is like more satiny and I don't want to mess up the thing. So anyway, she took out my machine. She took everything out for me. And I was like, okay, Princess, I'm going to try my best. I can't guarantee you anything. Okay. So I'm going to try my best. She's like, well, what if we look at a tutorial first? And I'm like, Princess, I don't want to deal with a tutorial. So I winged it. I measured her. I kept measuring her. I took out a ruler. I took out my scissors. And I was like, ugh, like, how do I do this right? What would my grandma do? We said a prayer before we started doing anything. And she said a prayer for me. And I was like, it's got to turn out good because, I mean, you know, we prayed, right? That's what she's like. Yeah, just like when you did my haircut. And I'm like, hey, but I fixed it right. And everybody was like, that was divine intervention. And everybody was complimenting you. It was like super short. I couldn't go back from, you know, what I had done. I was like, anyway, I'll tell you that story later. But I had just cut her hair and, you know, I had said a prayer because I didn't know how to fix it or whatever. And, you know, it came through and everybody was complimenting her. But anyway, I'm wearing this waterproof one, and I know I'm going to struggle, but anyway. So I didn't want to watch a tutorial. I normally just wing it. I don't like to use patrones and all that stuff like my grandma used to, because my grandma was a seamstress, like by profession. She would fix everybody's like pants and dresses, and she'd make quinceañera dresses and wedding dresses and stuff. Both of my grandmas. And so I have tried in the past to do the same, but I'm not as talented as they are. I think what does it for me is the fact that what doesn't help me is my eyesight. And so I shy away a little bit from doing sewing. I can do it, but it's not going to be perfect. Not like, the sisters here at church that have more experience and stuff, but I try my best and I wing it, So anyway, it was a good opportunity to show my daughter how to thread a machine, and she helped me thread the needle on the machine, and she was like, wow, Mom, like, I never known this. And I'm like, she's like, how did you learn? I'm like, I learned in school. We had to like make short little boxers, and like we had to make stuff like that at school. I had taken, I believe it was home ec in Mission High School. And so that's where I learned. And she's like, so your mom didn't teach you, or grandma? I'm like, no. I go, but I do remember having a few young women classes that were teaching us how to do some stuff, but they never taught me like the way they did in school. So I was teaching her how to do it. Now I need to give her more practice and actually have her make something so that she feels a little bit more comfortable. Because I think it's important for the youth to learn how to sew, because it's going to be needed. It's a little dry. I might need a new one. I still miss my telescopic mascara. But anyway, I'm just going to leave it alone because I don't want to mess it up. If I put something here and then it just kind of drags up, like, oh. So I think I'm going to just leave it like that. I would like to put a little bit of eyeshadow, just like, maybe I'll just do that while I'm talking. So anyway, so I ended up cutting up the vest, and then I ended up praying in my head. I'm like, please, dear Lord, please let this come out okay. And so it came out pretty good, but I think I kind of messed up at the bottom part of the waist, because my daughter has big hips and she has a big behind. It was a little bit, I should have given it more room at the bottom. And so I told her it'll be fine. So it looks really snatched. Like she said, it's snatched, right? But in the waist part, it's a little bit, if she tugs down on the vest, it's going to be hard for her to. So I just told her, hey, you're on a weight loss journey either way. Just get off the carbs. You'll be fine. By October 31st, you're going to be fine. She's like, Mom. And I'm like, Princess. And then on October 31st, when it's Halloween, you can have some candy. Or, I mean, you don't want to have the vest on when you sit down, because, I mean, it's nice when you're standing up, but when you sit down, it is going to like show like it's a little bit tight. So the other thing is open it up when you're going to sit down. Like men have to do that when they wear suits, right? They button it up when they're walking or whatever. But as they're going to sit down, they open it up, the buttons, and that's when they sit down. So you could do that. And she's like, well, how do I look? And so I took some pictures of her, but she didn't want to let me put it on Facebook. She's like, Mom, but don't put it on Facebook. And I'm like, Princess, whatever. All the work I do, and you don't even let me show anything. But anyway, I might put a little bit of a picture of just the vest, just so you could see it on her. It came out más o menos. Like I said, it's just the bottom part that I should have given a little bit more room on the waist part because of her hips and stuff. And so, but if she does like get off of carbs from here till October, she'll be fine, hombre. It looks fine. It's just, it's just her thinking, I took out this Too Faced eyeshadow, and I think what I've been doing lately, guys, because I don't want to do so much, I've just been putting this eyeshadow on, and then this one as a little highlight. So that's what I've been doing, because I don't want to do like so much sometimes. And so look, it's like a golden like little shade. It's a pretty shade, and it's what I've been doing. See, it's just a little something. It's really pretty under the light. See? And so anyway, she looks really cute in it. It's just, she's like, she wanted me to like go back and like see if I could give her a little bit more room. And I'm like, Princess, I don't want to take it apart. Just get off carbs for a little bit and you'll be fine from here till December. She's on this weight loss journey anyway. It's not like I'm like forcing her or anything. I just told her, hey, just try not to eat too many junk food, you know? Try just to eat like better. Have your salads, have your protein, have your, you know, what you normally do, your eggs, and, you know, just try to like not eat too much junk and you'll be fine. And so she's going to do that. She tried on some pants that she hadn't worn in a while, and she was shocked to see that they fit so nicely. I'm like, you see, look at your progress. Look at how good you're doing. So anyway, that's what I normally do now. I've just been kind of doing that. Just put a little bit of a golden, and then just the inner highlight. I forgot to do the highlight on the cheeks. See? And all without foundation. So I don't have to feel all sticky. Anyway, so she put on those pants and she was super excited to see her progress. And she looked really good. I think she grew a little bit, though. I think the pants are a little bit like short on her, but she's like, no, Mom, that's how they came. I'm like, okay, well, looks good. So I'll see if I can put a little picture so you guys can actually see how it came out. So anyway, I did that, and yeah. So then I took the opportunity. I had some pants there, some leggings that I normally use like for working out or for like going out and stuff. They're usually just black. I have like a ton of black leggings. And so I had them there because they were kind of torn from the inner part of the thighs, because I have thick thighs. When they rub like this, it kind of like tear. And so sometimes I just have to go in there and sew that area. So I had like 3 or 4 pants that I had to fix. So since I already had the machine threaded and everything, I just took the opportunity to fix those pants. And so now I don't have to be worrying about only having 4 pairs that are really, really good, and the other ones are just sitting there. So I fixed those pants, so it was still good. It was a good lesson for her. I was able to fix her vest. I was able to fix my pants. She wanted me to fix her vest from her cosplay, but I'm like, no, I am not that skilled. Because she wanted, it comes down like to right here. She's like, Mom, well, what's the point? You made my vest all snatched so that I have like a figure. And now people can't see it because the vest is too long. It's too big. And I'm like, Princess, I'm not going to cut it up because I'm not that skilled to make it rounded out like that. You know, I can wing things. I can do like straight, right? I can do like easy things, but don't make me like, I'm not grandma. She's like, where's Walita when you need her? I'm like, I know, Princess, but you know, I mean, my mom knows how to sew too, and she's really, really good at sewing. But the thing is, you know, her age, her eyesight doesn't help her as much anymore. So I don't even think she really has a machine anymore. I'd have to take my machine. I don't know if she could do it or not anymore. I don't know. She hasn't touched a sewing machine in a while. So it's like, now I could ask some of the sisters to see if they could help me, but I don't want to bug them. I don't know. I might just ask. If not, she's going to end up doing it. And I'd rather be the one to ask than for my daughter to do it. I know a few sisters that could possibly do it, but I just didn't want to bother anybody. It's because it's like a rounded front, so I would have to like cut it like on the round, like a little bit more round here, because I don't want to touch the back of it. So kind of just round it out and kind of cut up. So like you can see like where her rib area is. That's where she wants it. She kind of wants it like cropped. It's already cropped. The vest is, the little jacket's already cropped, but she wants it more. And so it's like, I don't have those kind of skills, princess. I'm sorry. I know if I'd be coming to the classes, I'd probably be better. But like I said, I shy away from sewing because I have a hard time with my eyes. And even with my glasses, I struggle. She put on her glasses yesterday. She's like, Mom, can I just go get my glasses? I'm like, Princess, go get your glasses. So when she put on her glasses, she was threading the machine for me and she didn't have any problems. So she did really good with doing that. She's like, Mom said that I did the hardest part. And Remy was like, wow. When he got there, he's like, what are you guys doing? And she's like, we were fixing my vest. She's like, look. And she's like, do I look snatched? I'm like, you're so crazy. She showed my husband too and everything. And so I'm glad she was happy. Prayer definitely helped. But yeah, I don't feel qualified enough to do the jacket because people are going to see that more. I'm just kind of like, no. The vest goes underneath. It came out pretty good either way. But like I said, I should have given it a little bit more room on the hip area, but I can't go back. And I don't want to go back. I'm lucky I got what I got. And so, yeah, I'm going to have to figure out how to fix that. She wanted to see if I could get her another costume. It was going to be like 20 something, but honestly, guys, money's really tight right now. I don't want to be buying costumes that are super expensive and stuff. And she has her cosplay that she paid so much money and she wanted to fix it. But she was talking to her cousin. She's like, you're going to be the same person again. She's like, I'm like, Princess, just do what you can, Mama. Like right now, So anyway, she did find like a dress and like the little leggings and stuff that she wanted from Shein. For a costume, I don't remember the name. It starts something with a. No, I'm gonna butcher it and I'm not gonna know. My daughter does kind of look like the character and stuff already with her haircut and just her little face, her frame, but it's not Wednesday. Everybody always calls her Wednesday, but no, it's not Wednesday. It's no. I don't know. I don't want to say the name because if she gets mad at me, no. So anyway, I don't know. I'd rather her do her cosplay that she already has than having to spend on a costume. But yeah, my son wants to be another character too. And it's like, dude, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but we'll see. Trying to do my best to waste as least as I can. But anyway, we'll see what happens. So I did that yesterday, so I feel accomplished with those things. And then we ate some wings and we were just there trying to watch a movie and stuff. It was just like a lot of resting yesterday and yeah, I didn't get to read my book yesterday. I didn't get to read my scriptures yesterday. I was watching a lot of things on YouTube and Facebook, but I was just getting a little bit tired of it and wanted to just rest. And so, yeah, that's what I did yesterday. But my daughter did enjoy our time together. She's like, Mom, we need to do this more. We need to spend more girl time. So I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to have to like start teaching her a little bit more hands-on things like sewing and stuff, like things that she can use in her life that will help her. And she's like super creative and stuff. So I think because she felt so grateful, because at one point I was like, I was getting upset and I was like, but I was talking about the lady doing the costume. The one that sold her the cosplay, because she spent a lot of money on that cosplay. She spent like $80 or $90. She was saving and saving to get that. cosplay. And so I'm like, this lady should pay me for fixing this thing. And so I guess she didn't hear this lady, meaning like the girl who sold her the cosplay. And she kind of like got upset, and she's like, well, I would have said the same thing about your jewelry because she's been fixing my jewelry. And I was like, Princess, I didn't say it towards you. She's like, oh, well, I thought you said it towards me. I'm like, no, Princess, I didn't say it towards you. She's like, wow. And so anyway, I think she felt grateful for me fixing her cosplay, that she ended up fixing one of my jewelry pieces that I bought so long ago when I was working at the nursing home. It's like some little jewels. It's like really pretty. It's like a tan color. Maybe I should show it to you later. I'll post a picture of it so you can see what she fixed. So she fixed my jewelry, which I'm super, super grateful for because she's super crafty with jewelry. And she repairs things as best as she can, right? Because she's young. She's like, well, I have a hard time too, Mom, but I try my best. I'm like, I know, Princess, and I'm trying. I go, but I'm just telling you that I'm not super good, right? I'm not super good at doing this whole sewing thing. I wing it. I do remember certain things that my grandma would make me do. She'd make me pin everything, which I would hate for her to make me pin. I remember that I had taken a dress to my grandma, Reyes, because my niece needed help because the dress was too long for her prom. And so I took it to my grandma's, and she made me help her. So she made me get on the floor because she had carpet. And you have to be careful when you go to seamstress house, their house, because they always have needles on the floor. They always have pins on the floor. And so I remember that growing up with both my grandmas, that I always had to be careful where I stepped. So I got on the carpet, and she wanted me to pin all the seam. Like, she made me cut it, and then she made me pin I'm like, Grandma, can we just cut? She's like, no, I need you to pin every. I was like, Grandma, I don't want to pin. I hate pinning. And that's something that I learned here too when I came to the first class of for sewing, is that they make you pin everything too. And I'm like, if they only knew how much I hate doing that. I know it's necessary, but I hate doing it. I'd rather just cut. I'm sorry. I'm not the most patient person. I'm a little rebel in that sense, that I like to do my own thing. Anybody who knows me knows I'm a little rebel. I've never been one to like to follow directions. But I know in life there are directions. I know that we have to follow patterns. But I like to wing it. I like the YouTube way, where you take a dress, and it's kind of like a pattern, but you're not dealing with all these paper patterns. I remember going with my grandma, Reyes, to go to Walmart or to like different, like Hobby Lobby or like Michael's, and we would go to where they used to sell patrones. They used to sell patterns, and she would buy these like pattern paper things, and she would like take the time to spread it on the fabric and then cut it up. And I'm like, ugh. I like the YouTube way, where you take a dress and you lay it out on top of the fabric and you just cut around it. That's what I like. It's still a pattern, but it's with the actual dress. It's with the actual, I don't like the whole paper thing. The paper thing moves and it's just like all over the place. And I don't like the lines on it, and I don't like the numbers on it. It just makes it stresses me out. I feel like I'm doing geometry, or I feel like I'm doing some sort of, I hate it. So I prefer seeing a dress and just cutting around it and then just sewing it. I like the easy way. I'm sorry. It's just how my brain works. It's easier for me to do. And so yesterday, when my daughter was like, well, can we watch a YouTube video? I'm like, nah. Oh, I'm going to figure it out myself. And so I figured it out myself. I fixed it as best as I could. But now she just needs to like suck it in. Anyway, I had the Lord's help in it, though. Couldn't have done it without him, because I was like, how am I going to do this? I don't want my daughter to see any weakness. I don't want her to see me struggling. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. So I did it. And then my sister called me while I was like trying to, show her what she looked like. I was taking pictures of her so she could see how the vest looked or whatever. And so my sister called me on video chat, and I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm going to work. I'm like, oh, okay. And then she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, well, I'm trying to do this. And so I know she's driving, but I'm like, I was trying to show Rihanna. I was like, no. And I'm like, just let your tia see. And then she said hi to her tia and stuff. And she was like laughing. And anyway, so then my kids started talking to my sister and stuff. And we're talking about some stuff. And my daughter went away. She was happy. She had brought me that jacket, like I said, but I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. Anyway. And so that was my day yesterday. Ya van a ser las 6:50. I said I wanted to keep a lot of these things about church stuff and like seminary and stuff, but I like to bring a little bit of here and there, little different things to you. But I did involve the Lord in this. I did talk about praying. Praying helps. So definitely include praying in your daily life and do constant prayers. It definitely does help you in a lot of things that kids are starting to come out already. The youth are already, I don't like to call them kids because they get offended. The youth, the young men and the young women are starting to come out already. Yeah, so I feel accomplished. We'll see what today brings and what I teach my kids today. Yeah, I guess that's about it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the little makeup look. It's actually pretty good even without foundation. I think it came out pretty good. I did a little bit more today. But this is what I've been liking to do, just a little bit of gold. So my kids are coming already. I guess I will talk to you guys soon, guys. Hopefully you guys have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys. Sorry, babe.